Hi everyone, my name is Lucy, financial service professional with World Financial Group, and today we will continue with our education series. As I mentioned last week, that I'll be doing a session once every week because I have passion to educate families on building wealth, protecting money, and making sure they have generational wealth. I've been a nurse for over 25 years, and I'm now transitioning to financial services to help people financially. Okay? So today we'll dive in and we're going to see the foundation, family foundation financially. What are the risks that affect us as families such that we are not able to leave wealth or more money to our children or our grandchildren? So, to start us off, we're going to look at risk number one, that is dying too soon. You know, we grow older, we get married, we have families. We don't know. We don't know the appointment with death. Some people die when they're young, 20s, 30s, 40s. And I could even say somebody at 60 years, they're still young because they're still vibrant, they're still having young families. What will happen if such breadwinner people die when they are young? They leave their families really with a lot of financial struggles. Another one is living too long. You might think this is really a blessing, but look at it this way. If you live to be 90, do you have enough money to help to live on? So if you live longer, you need more money to live on it because you don't want to be 80 and you are so broke. You have to go back to work again at that age. Another one is money doesn't grow or it grows slowly. You know, while we are young, in our 20s, 30s, 40s, we go to work, we earn a salary, an income, at one point, we want that money to start working hard for us. How is your money? Where are you putting your money? Is it working for you? Or your money is not even growing? It's sitting there in the bank and not earning you anything. Another area is investment risk. Most of our money we put in the risk areas like 401k, 403b, mutual funds, stock market. Historically, uh, since 1920 to 2022, they've had actually four major crashes. 9/11, there was a negative 47. That real estate bubble, there was a negative 57. COVID and Russia-Ukraine war. It's always something with the stock market. When you're young, you can recover, you can wait for the market to build up and go up again and then earn more money. But what will happen, let's say you are on your retirement year and there is a crash, like the one for 207, 208. If you are been retired and you lose half of your money, retirement money, what would you do? It's very challenging and very risky for families. Another area is education cost. We are blessed with kids. Some kids are bright. They want to become doctor. They want to become pharmacists. They want to do exploits. We as parents, we love them so much. We are like, we're going to do everything for them. They have to go to college. What do? We spend most of the money we've earned, all our savings. And then by the end of the day, they graduate with a student loan and our pockets are empty. But here at Financial Services, we're going to show you as a parent how you need to position your assets in a way that when your kid is going to go to college, they're going to qualify for a good, decent amount of financial aid. And that way, you're going to save your savings. And at the same time, your kid going to qualify without a student loan. How about that? Isn't that good? All right. Another area is lawsuits. We live in a it's called sue-loving country. Even when you are decently living well, you want to live well with your neighbors, somebody will show up somewhere and want to sue you. What will happen? Some will sue you and the lawyer say, yeah, you're guilty. You need to pay for something. What will you do? They're gonna spend and they're gonna eat all your savings, all your retirement nest egg. So here at the financial services, we're gonna show you where you're gonna put most of your money. That is really prove that nobody's gonna touch your money even if you go through a lawsuit and you are penalized to pay. Another area is future income losses. Someone is sick, acute illness, someone is lost a job. We know recessions come and people lose jobs. What will happen? What would you do? Most people will always revert back to spending their retirement money. But in these financial services, we're going to show families, we're going to show you how you're going to be able to build for emergency fund so that while you're still in that period, you are not able to get a regular income, you have an emergency fund to fall back to so that you protect your nest egg, you don't spend it when you are going through that because we all go through challenges in life. Another area is inflation and taxation. You save your money, you build your nest egg for retirement. You are 30 years later, you realize that what you thought is gonna be enough for you every year is not enough. So what do you do to beat inflation? We'll show you how to do that. Long-term care is the big one here. There is a probability that 7 out of every 10 Americans will need a long-term care at one time in their lifetime. And when you look at the cost of a long-term care, it's quite expensive. If you need a care, home care, assisted living, skilled facility, very expensive. So we need also to prepare for that as a family. All right. I don't want to spend more time. I already listed. And in my next video, I'm gonna explain each and every one of these and also give a solution. So watch, don't miss the next so you can see the solutions. You can find the solutions to these family risks that we face as a family. Until then, thank you. Bye.